Hello everybody and welcome to another Starcraft 2 Supremacy Guide video. In this replay, we'll be showing you all how to proxy gateway a Zerg opponent. This is something that can be very effective if your opponent does not scout it, and we'll be trying to macro up a little bit early in the game. Now as always, do note the production tab in the top left to see what's being built, and in the bottom right the timing to see when it is. Let's go ahead and get started, and our opponent in this ladder match of the Masters League today will be Fallout. Now it's very important to note that we're going to be sending one of our first probes right away to go and build. This is so that we'll be able to build this at the right timing, throw down our pylon, and so that we won't be scouted by an overlord that may be passing by. Now we're going to be throwing this down, in this case in Zelnaga Caverns, behind this brush that you cannot scout past unless you send something there, and it's going to be important to note where we are going to be throwing down our gateways as well, which we will discuss when those do go down. Now back at our main, we're waiting to build more probes until this pylon, which we are throwing down at 9, has finished. And our opponent this game will be throwing down a spawning pool first, and you can just imagine how much more effective it would be if our opponent were to throw down a fast expansion first. Now it looks like at 10 rather than around 12 we're going to be throwing down our first gateway, and from here we're going to be waiting until we have enough minerals to throw down another. This is because we're just going to be building purely zealots this game. We don't need that many probes to be able to finance the strategy. Now if you'll notice how we built this, if any Zerglings came to scout here, they wouldn't be able to come past these gateways to attack this pylon and depower our gateways. Rather, he would have to go all the way around. So this is a little bit of playing with the map and positioning. However, if it was different on Steps of War, we'd maybe build it at their natural or somewhere along those lines. You're going to have to figure out what works best on certain maps, but on Zelnaga Caverns this is definitely the best placement. And notice we've been saving up Chrono Boost, and we're going to be using it on our gateway so we can get these zealots out as fast as possible. And we see that our opponent went gas first and then spawning pool, and in this way he'll have metabolic boost very quickly if he weren't to be cheesed this game. However, unfortunately for him, he will be. Now it looks like, remember to build another pylon at your main so that you will be able to continue production, and it looks like we're just scouting around to look like everything's normal with our probe a little bit after we've thrown down our gateways, because we want to make it seem like it's a normal scouting time. And right when we get about 3 zealots, we're going to be heading out because this is a very nice number, very hard to defend, and we want to try and keep our probe alive. And we can use it to attack as well. We don't need it too much right now. And one of the main units we want to get rid of is the Queen. However, if there's some Zerglings out, notice we're keeping 2 zealots on the Queen, and we're going to use the other zealot to attack the Zerglings. Now, when you have zealots in the base, you want to really abuse the mineral line by keeping your zealots in a little gap so that way they can't be surrounded fully, as these mineral fields are blocking the sides of them. This makes them very effective, and it allows them to live much longer. Now what your opponent will probably try to do is attack with everything, and from there you could easily just attack, click, and win the game. There's no way your opponent can come back from this, and he's just going to call out lame and leave. This is something that can be very effective, especially when your Zerg opponent has no idea it's coming. So hopefully you guys can incorporate this strategy into your play, and hopefully you can increase your win rate. This is Starcraft 2 Supremacy Guide videos signing out.